Most nurses think staff positions are their only option. They're wrong. As a travel nurse, I diversify my income in 3 ways. Digital.
Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in. Today, we're diving into some really fascinating, highly practical source material written by a South Florida travel nurse. They've basically laid out a total roadmap designed specifically for their peers, titled 5 Side Hustles Every Nurse Should Start in 2026. Listen, if you're a nurse who loves your career, who worked insanely hard to earn that BSN, and who still shows up for your patients every single shift, this explainer is built exactly for you. We're going to break down exactly how nurses are taking their financial futures into their own hands this year. So let's be real for a sec. The author kicks things off with a very direct, kind of blunt question right out of the gate. Are you leaving money on the hospital table? They make a really good point that relying solely on a single hospital paycheck in 2026 might actually mean you're shortchanging yourself. I mean, as much as you might love nursing, treating your hospital salary as your one and only source of income, it's increasingly becoming an outdated strategy. To really get why this shift is necessary, we have to look back at the financial landscape. Remember the pandemic boom, those crazy $5,000 a week crisis contracts? Well, stepping into our 2026 reality, those crisis contracts are totally gone. And while pay rates have normalized and, they remain solid, even staying above pre-COVID levels, those explosive, seemingly unlimited financial windfalls of the pandemic era have just vanished. The game has undeniably changed. There's this quote from our source that just hits the nail on the head. Hospitals are smarter now. They're budgeting, not panicking. It's a stark reality check, isn't it? The hospital's priority is its budget, which means your priority needs to be your own financial security. To reclaim control, to stop just being at the mercy of shifting hospital budgets, smart nurses absolutely must start building multiple income streams. Okay, let's dive right into this. Hustle number 1, content creation and NurseTok. So this is definitely the flashiest hustle, right? You've got creators like Nurse John, Sarah Lynn, and Nurse Nate who have totally transformed their social media presence into full-fledged brands. But the author reveals a massive misconception about where the actual money comes from in this space. Now, what's really interesting here is this tiny, shocking number, 40 cents to $1. That is literally all TikTok's Creator Rewards program pays out per 1,000 views. So for all the intense effort that goes into shooting, editing, and posting, the direct ad revenue is shockingly low. Because of that tiny payout rate, the math becomes pretty brutal. Think about it. To make a solid $5,000, you'd need to hit 5 to 10 million views every single month. As our source puts it perfectly, chasing that kind of viral ad revenue, that's a lottery ticket, not a sustainable business. Essentially, content creation is a Trojan horse. It is not about the ad money. It's about building an audience you can pivot to the real secret of monetizing. Which brings us seamlessly to the actual goldmine. Hustle 9-2, digital product creation. Here's what nobody talks about. The real money for creators is in selling your own products. When you bypass the social media platform's ad payouts entirely and sell directly to your audience, you're looking at profit margins that sit somewhere between 70 and 95%. It's huge. And the absolute best part for nurses, you don't need to invent something out of thin air. You already possess highly monetizable expertise that people will readily pay for. We're talking things like study guides, care plan templates, NCLEX prep materials, wellness checklists. These are assets you can literally create once based on the clinical knowledge you already have in your head and then sell infinitely. Let's see how this builds, because the barrier to entry here is practically zero. Step 1, choose a platform. The author mentions Beacons, Gumroad, or StanStore, which let you set up a shop in under an hour. Step 2, you upload your nursing expertise in the form of those digital guides we just talked about. And Step 3, sell your products forever. It's just a beautifully simple system that scales without demanding more of your physical time. Moving right along, we have hustle number 3, trading and investing. Our travel nurse author notes this one is deeply personal for them. They actually self-educated in Forex and binary options trading to build a completely independent stream of income. It's a way to make your money work for you, entirely detached from the healthcare system. And so the crucial point is why this works so incredibly well for medical professionals. The market absolutely does not care about your shift schedule. Nurses work famously crazy, unpredictable hours. But guess what? You can analyze charts at 6 a.m. before a shift or at midnight after a super long day. Trading perfectly fits right into those awkward gaps of a 12-hour shift schedule. And the author insists that in 2026, accessibility is just no longer an excuse. They point to some very specific resources to get started. Platforms like Pocket Option to execute trades, their very own free Chitrizy FX Pro training class hosted via Google Meet, and a $3 candlestick mastery guide they created to help beginners start reading charts like pros. The tools are either cheap or completely free to learn. All right, next up is hustle number 4, remote telehealth gigs. Telehealth is easily one of the fastest growing side hustles for nurses in 2026. Companies out there are actively seeking out RNs to handle remote triage, virtual consultations, and follow-up care. Just compare traditional bedside nursing, which, let's be honest, often comes with serious burnout and a stressful commute, to telehealth nursing. You are still doing exactly what you do best, assessing patients, making critical clinical decisions, communicating clearly, but you're doing it from your couch, earning $35 to $50 an hour, all while wearing pajama pants. You're leveraging your exact existing skill set in a vastly more comfortable environment. And our final side hustle, number 5, is health coaching and consulting. The wellness industry is absolutely booming right now. People are desperately looking for real guidance in fitness, nutrition, chronic disease management, and mental wellness. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly where the nursing workforce is headed. Data from a Sermo 2026 survey shows that a massive 36% of nurses are interested in teaching or consulting roles as side hustles. There is this huge growing demand from nurses who want to pivot away from the physical demands of the bedside, and the market is more than ready for them. You might be wondering, why this sudden demand for nurses specifically? Well, because real nurses have the clinical credibility that random Instagram coaches simply do not have, period. When you step into the wellness space, you carry the unmatched value and trust of an actual BSN and an active nursing license. People want to be coached by someone with genuine medical expertise, and that gives you an immediate, massive advantage in the consulting market. Yeah, we need to pivot to a vital warning. Let's talk about protecting your extra income. Because building all of these amazing new income streams, it comes with a whole new set of responsibilities. If you're going to make this extra money, you absolutely must know how to protect it. So is the IRS watching your side hustle? The short answer is yes, emphatically yes. The author urgently warns that most new digital creators and side hustlers really have no idea what they actually owe. Treating your side income like it's somehow invisible to the government is a massive risk, and getting blindsided with a huge bill at tax time can literally wipe out all the hard work you've put in. But to solve this, the author provides a specific resource they created called TikTok and the IRS, a guide for digital creators. They sell it for $5.99 in their digital shop. Do you notice what they did here? It's brilliant. They identified a pain point, tax confusion for creators, and they created a digital product to solve it. So it's not just a super helpful resource to keep you out of trouble with the IRS. It's a real-world, live example of hustle number 2 in action. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this really powerful bottom-line summary from the source. Stop trading all your hours for dollars. Start building something that works while you sleep. Listen, travel nurse pay has stabilized. Burnout is a very real thing, and hospital budgets are tight. But the nurses who build multiple streams of income in 2026, they aren't just surviving the healthcare system anymore. They are thriving entirely on their own terms. So, I'll leave you with this final provocative question based on everything we looked at today. Which of these 5 income streams are you going to start building this month to reclaim your financial freedom? The tools are out there, the demand is incredibly real, and your expertise is so valuable. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this deep dive has sparked some incredible ideas for your future. Keep learning, keep building, and I will see you next time.